Okay, we're going to call this meeting to order. Okay. Can we stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please? I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I want to thank you all for coming. It's a small group, but we're great. It's a great group. I wanted to also let people know that this year is election for everybody in the township. The clerk, the supervisor, and all four of the trustees. So if you know anybody that's interested in getting involved in local politics, this is the year to do that. Right now we're going to entertain, I need to entertain a motion for a salary for the moderator. We paid the moderator last year $50. So do I hear any ideas of how much to pay the moderator?
So $50.
$50?
Second.
Who seconded it? Patrick, okay. Okay. Is there any discussion?
Conservatives.
No discussion? Then I declare the motion passed. Let's have a voice vote. Anybody, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, the motion passed. Now we're going to do the election of the moderator, and I need a nomination from the floor as to who the moderator will be.
Nominate Bob Fagan.
Okay, and is there a second?
Second.
Are there any other nominations? Okay, I need a motion to close the nominations and a second.
So moved. Second.
And who seconded it? Joy? Harv?
Yeah.
I just want to get the record straight. Okay. All right, so the nomination is for Bob Fagan. All in favor of Bob Fagan, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, Mr. Fagan, would you please come up and take the oath?
Can I make a motion for a better salary?
No. You had your chance, and it's gone. Okay. Would you raise your right hand, please? Do you solemnly swear that you will faithfully and impartially discharge the duties of the moderator of the town meeting to the best of your ability?
I do.
Okay, thank you.
Do I sit here?
You sit right over there, and I'll get you your stuff. Please sign. Okay, and this is where you start taking over.
Please excuse the schmoots. It just happened. I went all day. Okay. Thanks for coming. It's a small group, but we're a happy group. Presentation and review of the annual town hall meeting minutes for 2019.
That was last year.
Yes. This is last year's?
Yeah, because we don't have this year's yet.
I would entertain a motion to approve the town minutes from last year's meeting.
Moved. So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Looks like the town hall, or the annual town hall meeting minutes for 2019 have been approved. The reading of the annual financial statement by the town clerk.
Funds on hand beginning the fiscal year is $1,962,567.03. Amount received from all sources, $1,067,626.48. Amount expended for all purposes, $806,173.82. Funds on hand at the end of the fiscal year, $2,226,810.98. The amount of tax levied for the preceding year, $995,592.14. The amount of property tax collected, $993,656.29. Amount paid out of town indebtedness was $0. Amount of unpaid liabilities, $4,075.41. This was as of March 1st March 31st of 2020. Thank you.
I would entertain a motion to approve the financial report.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Looks like the annual financial statement has been approved. We now move to item number 7, the annual report of officers of the town board. The assessor's report.
Good evening. My name is Maida Ridgway. Pull this down a little bit. Thank you for everyone that is here tonight or watching on the video. The statutory duties of the assessor's office is to value property fairly based on market values. The assessor is not responsible for your tax bill. The assessed value is only one component used in figuring the tax bill and established months before your tax bill is calculated. Please feel free to take and review the informational handouts at the table in the back of the room. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to contact my office. This year, 2020, is our quadrennial assessment year. Every 4 years, my office takes a deeper look at property sales and how they correspond to the assessed values. We analyze the sales data to determine how properties with different story types, amenities, condition, locations, classifications sell. We assess the properties based on these findings. Once assessed values are established, they are turned over to the county assessor, and in a quad year, the county has to publish all assessed values in the newspaper, and all property owners are mailed an assessment change notice stating the current assessment. If the property owner does not agree with the value, they may file an appeal with the Board of Review. Keep in mind there is only a 30-day window to appeal that assessment once the publication date has been set. I encourage anyone within Freeport Township questioning their assessed value to contact our office. We are happy to assist you by explaining the assessment and/or Board of Review process. Thank you for your time and interest in Freeport Township. Thank you.
Thank you. Moving on to the supervisor's fiscal report.
No worries, Mike. I'm not going to say anything controversial tonight, so you don't have to put your hands over your face. Well, not just quite yet. Good evening, all. I'm Patrick Seller, Supervisor of your Freeport Township. So far, the year 2020 has been quite a challenge, to put it mildly. But through it all, your township has remained strong. Our general assistance programs are securely intact, and we have revved up our emergency assistance efforts in order to meet the new demands during the COVID-19 pandemic. We're continuing to extend the scope of our services in order to help reach more Freeport residents during these trying times. Extensions such as collaborations made with the Senior Resource Center, the Veterans Assistance Commission, Amity Daycare, Open Bible Daycare, and the YMCA Children's Center. These agencies will be receiving grant funding from the township to assist with everything from outdoor home maintenance assistance for our senior residents, to furthering veterans assistance services, to helping working families struggling with daycare costs. It is these types of services that help stretch your tax dollars further, enabling you, the taxpayer, to see your money working for you. Now, since 2013, your township has worked diligently to become the epitome of solid fiscal responsibility. We've also worked diligently to change the philosophy of the township from a disabling to an enabling philosophy, and I'm proud to say that our efforts have not gone unnoticed. Ladies and gentlemen, some people ask me, what makes Freeport Township so successful? And I explain to them what I feel makes a successful township. A township must be more than just a place to get assistance with your bills. It must be a symbol of hope for the hopeless. It must be a guiding light to empowerment and self-sufficiency for those who are actively seeking it. It must be fair, just, and equitable in its policies and procedures. And last but not least, it must hold itself to a higher accountability, even when other government agencies are not doing the same. What makes Freeport Township so successful, and that's what makes it so successful, and in my humble opinion, that makes a township successful, period. I would like to thank you all for coming tonight, and thank you all for your interest in the township. If you have any questions, I will entertain them. Yes, sir.
A couple of years ago, Patrick, you, I believe, put a project in place for, I won't call it buyback, I don't know, returning of handguns.
Mhm. Yep.
Where are you with that?
We finally got that up and going. I have been checking it periodically. We haven't had any weaponry in there as of yet, but we're going to keep checking it. We're going to keep promoting and seeing if we can get some people to get some of these guns off of our streets, which we really need to because we have a really bad problem with gun violence on our streets. Yes, sir.
Has the township had to, because of the recent events of the virus, has the township had to help anybody with their medical payments?
No, we haven't done anything like that. We have helped with water bills and things like that, and we have helped to give cleaning supplies for people who can't afford to get cleaning supplies and toiletries and all that stuff. But as far as medical assistance, we haven't done anything like that as of yet.
If you need to, is there any plan in place to do that?
You know, it's something that we could definitely look into. I mean, if there is a definite need for something like that, that's something that we should look into. Because one thing that I do firmly believe in, if there is a need, if there's a gap in service somewhere, and if we can fill that gap, then we should at least look into doing something like that. So, yes.
Okay.
Any more questions? Thank you all for your time.
Thank you, Patrick. Any board reports? Seeing none, we'll move on to, I would entertain a motion to maintain the 1 mil levy for general assistance.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Looks like the 1 mil for general assistance has been approved again. Is there any other business to come before the Township of Freeport? Seeing none, any public comments? Yes, sir.
Yes. My name's Steve Carroll, and the COVID-19 virus, the pandemic, has forced the cancellation of one of the most anticipated college football games to be played at the hallowed grounds of Lambeau Field between the beloved University of Wisconsin and Notre Dame. Now, I feel this has been fortuitous in a grim way because,
If I could just warn you,
yes,
the gentleman to my left gets very tense when we're talking
this
about...
is why I'm doing this.
Oh, okay.
No worries.
There's a method to his madness.
Yeah, and this has saved Notre Dame from a nationally televised, coast-to-coast humiliation. And, well, Hail Mary, full of grace, Notre Dame's in second place. On Wisconsin.
Thank you, Mr. Carroll. Any other public comments? Our videographer thought that was humorous.
Mr. Chair?
Yes. Yes.
Can the record reflect that the last time Wisconsin and Notre Dame played, Notre Dame won 48-0?
Nobody knows those.
Thank you.
statistics
Thank
better
you,
than
counsel.
Wow.
I will declare the conclusion of the business for the annual town meeting for the Township of Freeport, and I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Another successful meeting. I would donate my salary back to the town
Thank you.
and my bill later.
Thanks all for coming.
And the meeting is